Hey you guys, so here we are, the Batcave. You've seen the figures, now let's see the playset. Let's move these guys out of the way. So, the box. We can see the back computer, desk. There looks to be a lot in this. There is the Batman. I will say this figure does look very different than that figure. The ears are definitely longer. The face is different. I'd prefer the way the cape is on there. I am going to have I had a look. That's got this bit rolled under. That's kind of the difference. I'm going to have a go at doing that at some point. But I like the cape better on there. It looks more like the series. Don't know. That's my only gripe with these figures so far. So yeah, there we have the Batcave. That's what it's supposed to look like inside. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. Figure, playset and vehicle sold separately. I will say the Batmobile, I've seen pictures of him sitting in it and his head looks to go over the... I couldn't get the Batmobile, they didn't have it where I was getting it from. AliExpress, there we go. If you want a link to where I got these from, go to the Batman video of these figures and there is a link underneath there for where I got them. Right, there is all the legalese and stuff. The sticker for the supplier in the East. DC Retro 6-inch Batman 66 Batcave playset. Does it have a contains on the back? No, that's written in French. That side just has the blank on it. That side has classic TV series. So let's take some of this out. I am going to set this up on the other table over the other side of the room. I just want to unbox it here because you get better lighting over here. Oh, there's a bit of sellotape on there. There we go. Right, that. And oh, there's one on the other side as well. There we go. They haven't skimped on the sellotape. Right, let's see what we have in here. So, there's seems to be a piece of card. There is no backing on the inside of that. Right, we have a lot of... So I guess that is the floor that we've seen in the thing, which is just a circle of corrugated card. So that's going to be the base for it. I'll put that down there because it does look a little bit like it could get crumpled. We're going to focus now. There we go. Right, so this comes out of there. There are the bat holes in the bottom of the box. Let's loosen the bat poles. Right, and there, we should put that. Just stick that back in the box. Right, so by the looks of this, in old playset style, actually it's not as big as I thought it was going to be, in a way. Oh, I don't know. It folds out like that. Pretty cool. We have ladders and the computers. There is no instructions with it, which is a shame. So I'm guessing it's going to be pretty easy to put together. Yeah, and like a good playset, you can have that a little bit narrow or a little bit more open. Yeah, right. Ladder, which I guess goes in there like that. We have atomic pile. Let's open the bag. This is, I'm looking around the room thinking which shelf is this going to go on, because it's a big set. So yes, there is the navigational aid. They are just stickers and they are pretty simple, but this is what playsets used to be. If this had been made, you know, back in 66. This is kind of what we would have had. Oh, wow, look, they've got both sides of the... I don't want to stick them in too tightly just yet. Yeah, that is pretty cool. We have 2 discs which we'll figure out what they're for. Oh, I'm not there for, I think they're for the ends of, yes, oh, the bat pole. You can see there is stands for the bat pole. So the bat poles look to be hooked on over this side, like so. You can see that there. There. Let's move it over a little bit. I'm going to move it over there onto the other table and do a proper flyby. And I've unpacked it all. That is the computer, which looks to have another computer inside it with a little piece of tissue. I'm looking at the table. I'm going to put it on over there for now, and I'm hoping it's going to be big enough because this is kind of a big set. We have another computer inside the computer, and it's nice that they've put some tape on with another one inside it. It's like the Russian doll thing. Yeah, and we have computer banks, US and Canada crime photo file, international crime photo file. Cool. Another, like I said, another computer. There is a lot of computer banks. And they all seem to be coming in a similar bag. They're all a similar size. Because that one is exactly the same as that one. So we've got those two, which are exactly the same, and then that one, which is a memory bank. They are just stickers. This is, I'm kind of feeling that this range is very retro. That's what they've aimed for here. They've aimed to make something that feels like it was made in the 60s, which I kind of like. I like the attention to that. This is injection molded plastic, which is what we would have had back in my day when I was a kid. But actually back in the 70s, not in the 60s. I'm not that old. How very dare you. So the Bat computer, which looks pretty cool. The desk with a computer on it. Which one did we not show? That one, which is, I'd say they're all hollow backed plastic, so you're going to have to face them all this way. And a desk with no drawers in it, but they have kind of good drawer handles there, but no real. That looks like a modern computer keyboard. I don't know if they had keyboards like that in Batman. It's like an old Amstrad or something like that. Yeah, it's kind of, I'm kind of impressed with it for its retroness, if that makes sense. Just out of interest, where is the man himself? Oh, there he is. It's kind of just quick scale for what these look like with the figure stood in it. So I'm going to go set this up on the other table over there, which is a bit bigger, and give you a proper flyby. See you. And here we are. This is whole injection plastic Batman. This is kind of cool. This is like my childhood. I think the problem with this is it's going to be like one of those Marmite kind of things. You're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. It's very simple, but to me it's very cool. It is exactly the Batcave from '66 for me. I would have, as a kid, the 8-year-old me, because I was 8 years old and I got the Mego Batman and Robin. I would have loved this. This would have been a pride in my collection. This is going to be a pride in my collection. I'm looking around the room trying to figure out how I'm going to put this somewhere, because I'm running out of shelf space considerably. So I'm going to have to work on this. Some figures' names are numbered. Yes. It's just fantastic. Yeah, it's very simple. It's the ladder. I mean, look, things like that. The ladder is just simple plastic. You've got the railings. You've got the warning signs. The back poles, yeah, could have been better. But this is what they would have made back in the day. This is what we would have had in the 70s. Even this table would have been what we would have had in the 70s. It's kind of weird because Batman was 66, but they didn't really start making action figures and things, to me anyway, until the 70s. I mean, it is just literally injection plastic and stickers. But it's just perfect. It is perfect. Yes, the base is cardboard, but that is the pattern on the floor. You may want to get, I'm looking at it thinking, a black sort of bit of cloth underneath, so it looks more like the set. The Joker's got in. We better get him, Robin. This is just perfect. For those of you that feel the need to know, at the back there it comes in at about 27.5 centimeters crosswise. We would say from the poles 30, yeah, 50 for the, about 60 centimeters across, maybe 50, maybe, depends how much you open it, because this will open out more. I kind of, that's a nice thing as well, because I think if you wanted to make this, if you only had a smaller space, you could, because it is hinged in these areas, you could move it around and hinge it. Memory banks. See, the poles, you will probably not be sliding Batman and Robin, though they do have the hands for that. So they probably would, but I wouldn't recommend it. Health and safety. Yeah, this is just fantastic. This is something I would have absolutely loved as a kid. Just for those of you that want to know scale wise as well, that is the regular sort of size for the Batman figures. I maybe picked a big one there, but not that big. So yeah, he will go in it, but it won't look quite right. The desks won't look right, but the rest of it will look okay. He could get away with it. But yeah, I just think this is something truly, truly beautiful. Just so cool. I say the back of it, oops, is just injection plastic. They've done a really nice paint job on there to bring out that rock effect, which is exactly the same as the original TV series. It had that, you know, some of these rocks were probably the same ones from Star Trek. Here's an interesting fact for you. Okay, interesting fact about the Batcave. Right. So, the site that the Batcave is stood on, or was stood on when they were filming, was the same area that the gates were from King Kong. You know, the gates in the original black and white King Kong. That's where the gates were stood. And those gates were burnt down when they were filming Gone with the Wind. And if you ever watch Gone with the Wind, there's a bit where he's leading the horse across the front of this thing and it falls down. Those are the gates from King Kong falling down. And years later, the Batcave was built on it. So there you go. And another useless fact. The first time I ever went to what is now called Hollywood Studios at Disney, they used to have celebrities like doing handprints and signings and things like that. And Adam West was one of the celebrities I saw. And the day after was Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill. So it was like two of my heroes. I couldn't have had two better people. And Mark Hamill actually waved at me. We have a picture of him waving right at me. So yeah. Anyway, like I say, this is just simple injection plastic with stickers on it. It is really, really very simple, but really, really nice. Yeah. So, I shall wind it up there. If you are new to the channel and this is your first view of one of my videos, you're welcome. While you're here, hit the subscribe button down there at the bottom somewhere. I'm not sure if it said it, or hit this little, there should be a little icon down here as well. Hit one of those. Please subscribe to the channel. The more of you subscribe, the more I know what you want to see. All helps the channel. If you are one of my regular subscribers and watching this as you always do, then please hit the like button. That also helps the channel a huge amount. Thank you to everybody that's watched the Batman video, the Robin videos out there, and so probably will be the Joker. I'm not sure which way around I'm going to do these, Cave or Joker first, but you'll know by the time you're watching this because they'll be on there. Yeah, so, like I say, please subscribe, like, share, etc. Tell all your friends about me. What are you? Rocketman. That was another Batman reference in there. I'm getting good at this. Thank you guys. Have a great day, a great night, and we'll see you all in the next video. Bye now.